So the Imam phenomenon has happened. Another step that buttresses Thomas Wichter's argument about the GCC, about the reshaping of the Ummah, and a new era for the Ummah, that they live in peace, quite specifically with Israel and the West. Now, what happened? The Imams of Europe have met with the president of Israel to discuss making more regular relations and a network of imams that are going to fundamentally disable this Salafi, Wahhabi kind of phenomenon that's occurred over time. Very likely, a lot of this is going to be that they're going to recommend to countries, you need to shut various mosques down. They're involved in this, they're involved in that. There's going to be a lot of that kind of fundamentally ratting. There's also going to be the issue of that they're going to have imams that are going to show up to these mosques that are going to be like, that their ideas are going to no longer be hostile to the West. That's going to be like, you're going to have to get along with these people. You live in their countries. And people who don't like that, there's going to probably be re-immigration, an entire concept of re-immigration that'll be its own thing unto itself in the Muslim population of Europe. That's what I'm foreseeing. Because there's not much way out of this. So at this point, the idea that Mohammed bin Salman will be able to kind of be the Ali of his time is, he's nailing it. He's nailing every play right now to do so. That he's setting up something that it's like, how do you get these people to leave Europe? How do you get them to accept this idea of, no, you're going to have to get along with them or come back home. You're going to have to come back to the Dar. And that's what I'm foreseeing. It'll take probably about 5 years to get its foundation. This is the beginning. So 5 years from now, you're going to have stories, or within the next 5 years, I'm thinking the idea is that you will have stories that will be like, all of these imams are trying to get these people to re-emigrate back to their home countries in the Middle East. That's kind of the idea I'm foreseeing. And one of the key reasons would be, well, how are you doing in this nation? Are your young sticking with our way? That's what they would approach the parents with. The young parents. Relatively young parents. And then beyond that, they would say, so, what do people think of you? How do people treat you? Like, do you feel like you belong? And as time, the more questions that come about, like, is this really where you want to live? And then it would be one of the most important, oddly, I would figure most important of questions, how do you like how cold it is? I bet a lot of these people really actually don't enjoy being in cold weather countries. They just like the amenities. And once they know that in the Islamic world, wait, everything's stable? Wait, we can go to what country it's stable. There's jobs. We can resettle. Da da da. Once Muslims know that there's a safe haven, that they won't have to worry all the time. They won't have to be afraid all the time. But one of the key things is that you're not, Europe is, I'm betting that also magically Europe is going to stop handing out welfare more and more and more. Or, oh no, you can get welfare, but you're going to have to become a citizen and sign up to be conscripted. And that's when they'll leave. Simple as. They'll fight for the Dar al-Islam. They'll go back to it because they've been given every opportunity, every reason, and it's already starting beautifully and subtly. Subtlety is the key.